Hello everyone, so this is a surprise kind of stream. So I just was going over my mobile. I saw some news by many employees from OpenAI on the new Canvas feature that they just surprisingly put out. It looked interesting. They had a very short video on how this thing works, and they mentioned that some Plus users in the next week will get access to it. I found that I have it already, so I thought just I'll do this kind of live and show you what this thing is and explore with you what it does and see how good it is. So let me take you to my screen without any more talk. So yeah, this is what I found some of the OpenAI employees. So this is the account of Roman Hute. He's the head developer experience in OpenAI. Anyways, so OpenAI will be sponsoring. Okay, so this is the actual post from OpenAI developers. So introducing Canvas, your coding surface in ChatGPT. So clearly, I think OpenAI can see the area of coding and how that is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, driver in attention when it comes to AI models. So they introduced this thing, which is, from the short video I watched, looks like something a bit from what Claude is doing when it comes to their most recent feature with the Sonnet 3.5. And some other tools that I see out there with generating code and then working within that code itself. It is nothing like Cursor yet, but it is still within the ecosystem of the OpenAI user interface. But it looks something that definitely steps up everything you would expect out of OpenAI if you use it for coding. For me, for some time, I stopped using it for coding. It fell really behind. And then they did the O1 preview, which took it again, I think, to the forefront. Maybe not the top, but up there with Sonnet 3.5 and the other tools based on OpenAI and other models. So let's explore this thing. So I don't know if we have other interesting inputs. So okay, this is the actual page of OpenAI developers. So here, some posts, there was a string on X by OpenAI. So we're rolling out an early version of Canvas, a new way to work with ChatGPT on writing and coding projects that go beyond simple chat. So it's not the only use case for coding, so it can be used for other things apparently. Starting today, Plus and team users can try it by selecting ChatGPT-4o with Canvas in the model picker. So it seems based on this, many people have it already. Okay, we're rolling it out in early version. Okay, a new way to work with ChatGPT is again same thing. This is the same video that I've already seen, and it's being posted by all the employees apparently to push it all at once. So okay, so I have, by the way, Replit open just in case we get something good and we want to run it in Replit and see what it gets us. Without further ado, let me just jump into ChatGPT. So I just opened the user interface. I selected ChatGPT-4o with Canvas. So I don't have, honestly, an idea. Let me think of something and write it as an initial prompt and see where it gets us and what we get when we push this. So I'm doing this live. I just jumped to the live and I didn't prepare or test this before. So we'll do it together. It might be clunky, but again, this is part of the experience for you and myself. Okay, so let me start with maybe asking it to work out a planner for a team where people can create projects, assign tasks for those projects, and maybe track if those projects are completed or not. So something simple just to test this. So I will tell it what language to use. I'm telling it here Python because I saw in the video one of the features is that you can actually switch between languages on the canvas itself. So I'll ask it to do this in Python, and then we'll see, we'll play with that part just to test it. Okay, so you're a developer tasked to develop an online tool using Python. And okay, the tool. Okay, so let me read the prompt. So you're a developer tasked to develop an online tool using Python, and the tool is designed in a modern, visually appealing look, and it functions as a team planner within an organization where team members can create projects, and within projects, they can add tasks, track their progress, edit, delete, and modify them. A dashboard shows the complete project, so we want to see all the projects in one dashboard. And when a project is clicked, a secondary dashboard shows all tasks and their options. Feel free to add relevant, useful features to the tool. So here goes nothing. Let me submit this and see where it takes us. So a secondary screen should open here. Okay. Good. So this is, it seems this is the canvas, and it seems I can open it. Yeah. So open in canvas. Okay. Really nice. So now it's coding the project for us. Once it's done, we can check the options that we have here. So this is, it's not really artifacts like as we had in Claude. I don't use artifacts anymore, honestly. It was interesting to see at the beginning. Maybe it didn't pull through as a use case. This is interesting. Just being able to modify parts of a code while you're working on it rather than every time ask ChatGPT to redo the whole thing. So let me see. So is this it? No, still working on it. Okay, so this implementation provides a core of a basic team planning tool with projects, tasks. Okay. You can integrate modern front-end technologies. So it's just giving recommendations for other features. So it seems this is the code, at least the basic one. And so this is the button that, let me just move this. Okay, it's not going away, the citation button. Okay, so we have fix bugs, we have add logs, add comments. So that's interesting. So this is the one where you can basically switch to a new language. Let's start with this. Let's start with selecting everything here. And I can click this one. TypeScript, Java. I think this is under the citation, it's JavaScript. So it's moving everything in JavaScript. That's really interesting. So if you can see the screen, everything is switching to JavaScript now. Very strong feature. Okay. So let me go again and switch it to Python. So Python is here. I hope this is not messing with the code. Actually, it seems it just give back the exact same Python code that we had. Okay, so let's try something else. Let's try to add a comment. Oh, okay. So it is scanning the code and it is writing the comments within the code. And this is an amazing feature, honestly. So, you know, usually, especially for the vast majority of people who are now building things with AI tools like OpenAI and are not developers, in many cases, I'm one of them. Many cases, you know, I just copy paste the code and wish for it to work. Sometimes, if I have time, I'll ask it to basically explain in these comments, you know, what this block is doing or what this line is doing. It helped me not learn, maybe I'll learn slowly a little bit how the code works, but at least it will let me know and it will get me to learn and understand what each line and block does. So if I want to, in a kind of focused manner, try to modify something, remove something, or check for issues, I can know where to go for the most part. So this is the command. So adding logs, let's see what that does. So when I did the add logs, I've added print statements throughout the code to help with debugging. So this is the second feature. So we've added the comments, and then we've added the logs. And basically what it does, I believe, it will add like these print commands, things that at each step of the code of the application will print some information, piece of information confirming it's working, or there's an error, or there's an issue, or if it should generate a piece of data, it might print that piece of data for you. So when you test it in the console, you can actually see that hypothetically, and you can at least know where it's going right and where things break down. So very interesting. So let's check this one. Now, I don't know if it runs it or it goes to that level. Maybe it expects you to highlight where the bug is. So let me just do that and see what it does. So it's simply, it's a review of the code. So now it removed everything. So that's interesting. So when I did the review for bugs, it removed, I think, all the logs, and it removed most of the comments just to check it. Okay, that's very interesting. So other feature I think I saw when the video was rolling is if you highlight something, you can actually ask it to modify a specific part. So this is the video.
We updated. Here we are. We have the relative position, and this looks great. Just going to hit the code review button here to get some suggestions on what could be improved. Okay, so it's giving me advice. Okay. And then I can just select this line and say,
okay. Okay, so apparently if we select a part and we ask a question, that can give us some answers and some options to modify it. So let's do one quick thing. Let me run it and we'll try one enhancement using this feature to ask ChatGPT to do it. So let me copy the whole thing. I will go to Replit, create a new Replit. It's a Python one. Python or Canvas OpenAI test, I'll call it. I'm creating the REPL now. Okay, so this is the main.py. Just paste the code. Let's run it and see what we get. Okay, interesting. So we have some errors here. I don't know if this works this way. So let me just copy the error. I'll go back to ChatGPT. I'll select everything here. Let's see if, yeah, so you can see, let me do Command All. I have below so I added all the error I got. So now it should be fixing it. Let's see. And added the debugs again, the debugging steps. So let me copy one more time and go to Replit. Let's try to run again. Now it ran. Now it ran. So it fixed the error from the first instance. Now, because this doesn't have some kind of Flask or something where I can view it. So let me just check. Yeah, there's no output that I can see. So let me ask it again. Ran successfully, but I don't see the UI in my environment. So now it's putting in the HTML code. This sounds like O1 preview type of scale. It is just, I think, better. And this is a very early version. I think this will get much better. But I think like my first impression is just interacting with this is much easier than the conventional way of, you know, having that chat compilation where you just go into a chat session and then you can't actually trace the whole history and you get confused. So let me try again replacing the code here. Let's run it again. So it's running, nothing's coming up. Let me be more specific with it. So basically I'm specifying that this is done on Replit. Maybe it will change. So yeah, so this is what I thought in the beginning. It had no Flask. So, okay. And Replit Flask apps may not display properly unless a server especially bound and correctly holds the port. Try updating the app. So it interestingly, it didn't update. So let me ask it, do it for me. Yep. So now it's updating and it's including the host of 000 for the Flask. So let's see if this solves it. I think it will. Yep. So now it's going on port 8080. So let me copy it. So hopefully this will give us the first look of what we got out of this. Yeah. So yeah, you can give it a project name, project description. So let's play with it. Call it Summer Test Add Project. So the project is here. If I click at the project, I can add a task. Right, okay. Call customer, for example, add a task. So I'll have call customer, this is to do, okay, in progress, done, can update it, I can delete it. So at least the basic one is done. Nothing crazy when it comes to the quality of the output. So basic thing, you have to spend time developing it further. I think the only interesting thing we can say about this, it's a totally different way of interacting and engaging AI and working with code. So I hate it. I used to hate it a lot when, you know, you have these sessions, and I don't know if this will have the same challenge where you run out of context, especially on Claude. You run out, you have to move to a different conversation with Claude, for example. OpenAI, it gets sluggish with time. I think with O1 Preview, they addressed that and it improved a lot. This, it seems it's totally different. So we have this one canvas. I don't know if the back end we have that history. Probably. Let me close this and see. But it seems as if you're working with the same session, modifying the code until you arrive to something you're happy with. So yeah, so it's all in the, actually, yeah, it's all in the background happening. So very interesting, honestly. This is a start of a new feature. I hope they take it somewhere else. I think this will definitely benefit people like me who have nothing as a background when it comes to coding. Basically, I know I don't know enough to help my case, so I depend a lot on AI tools. So this just makes it easier for people to push further the envelope when it comes to coding with AI. Obviously, these things, there's mixed opinions when it comes to real solid developers when they interact with them. I think some of them say basically it gives them superpowers. Some of them hate it. But it's interesting. Here you have it. You have that first look. I hope you enjoyed it. I will not take more of your time. Thank you for watching if you did watch so far. And if you enjoyed it, please consider hitting that subscribe button, like the video, share it with others if you want them to see what's happening on this new feature in OpenAI 4o and Canvas. And with this, thank you for watching and goodbye.